Hi class, I know it looks like the biggest issue that we are struggling with is using the Desmos to get all of the correct values. So I just wanted to go through again. I'm gonna give you another opportunity to practice that, but I'm more than happy to do a Zoom meeting with you as well if you want some additional help one-on-one. So you'll notice on the Canvas homepage, I have a link under the important information that will open up a step-by-step process of how to get the best fit line. So if you open that up and you open up that link, you'll see something that looks like this. It includes images of all the things that you should be clicking. So feel free to use this as well if you sort of want some more step-by-step help with the process. It's not required, it's just an optional format that's there. I just set it up a little bit different than the paper I gave you in class last week, or I had linked on Canvas last week as well. So again, I still recommend that whatever the problem is, you sort of have on half of your screen. So for you, you'd have your Canvas assignment over here, and then the other half of your screen you have as the Desmos calculator, so you can have those both opened. So the first thing we need to do is we need to transfer whatever data we are given into Desmos. Okay, so when we just go to desmos.com, you're going to have to click on graphing calculator. Okay, and that takes us to the graphing screen. We're going to click the add item button in the top left, and it's going to allow us to insert a table. So we're going to click on that, and then we're just going to copy this exact data just like we see it. So I prefer to go down the list, go down and do one side at a time, but again, not required, just my personal preference. Right now, I'm just copying over all that data. You're going to want to make sure you're careful and you double check yourself. Anything that you mistype is going to lead to improper data. Just sort of checking that there to make sure you have that entered correctly. Then, once you have this data entered, you can either sort of zoom around. I'm going to kind of have to look for a while, right? This is up in the thousands, so you can kind of zoom around to find it. Or if you click on this wrench, if you want to up here, you can actually go through and change your X and Y axis. So we could say we know that our X is in between, right? I'm just looking at the X values. And I'm saying that I know my X value is in between 0 and 5. So I'm going to give myself a little bit larger of a window. Sorry, when I'm using the screencastify, it kind of looks weird. Okay, so you can decide to just individually send it. So I know I want it to be between like 1,000. And my largest number here is 1,200. So I'm going to do 1,300 just to make sure I have it fitting on here, right? That's just another option you can do to sort of get all the data on your screen. Okay, but so we have all this data. It looks like we have a positive correlation, but we can get that specific information, okay, by going into box 2, clicking here, and typing in Y1. I'm just typing the number 1. Then I'm doing the tilde, so it's shift, and then the number to the left of the 1, MX1 plus B. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. Plus B. And what you should see pop up are different numbers here. So this value right here, you can literally just copy it over. So when it asks for what your correlation coefficient is, and it says R equals, or the correlation coefficient, you're going to type in 0.9603, exactly what you see right there. Okay, when it asks for the equation of the best fit line, you're going to use this M and B value to write the equation of the line, just like we did in our last unit. Okay, so write it's Y equals MX. So M is 29.2857X plus 1150.62, right? This Y equals MX plus B, and I'm just plugging that value in. So when it asks for the equation of the line, you can also just copy and paste this. So when it says the equation of the line, the best fit line, or I don't know exactly what it says, and you enter it, you can just paste that over. Okay, that's exactly the equation that you want there. Now, for the first couple problems, those are the only two things you're going to need. For one of them, it's going to ask for future predictions. Okay, and we're not going to do anything with the y value. The only thing that these future predictions are going to ask for today are with the x value. Okay, so to do that, you're going to make sure your cursor's in this box. You're going to click the settings button up here, okay, this wheel, and you're going to click right here to turn it into a table. Okay, so it's just taking that best fit line now and writing it as a table. So if we want, maybe the question says since 2007 and we want 5 years, past 5 years away, maybe we want 8 years away, then we'll just type 8 into here for the x value and it will give us the output. And again, we would then just copy this number over. Now, if it's talking about money or something like that, right, this is new cases. We can't have a decimal point of a case. So we would need to round it. If it says 8 years, we would need to round to 1385. And that's just what we would type in. So feel free to set up an appointment with me on the homepage of Canvas if you need more help and want some one-on-one to look at this in a Zoom meeting. I'd be more than happy to do that. But see how you do in the Canvas assignment and then let me know if you have other questions.